ladies and gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcoming you to this week's edition of AE Dynamite Recap Show. Appreciate you folks taking the time to watch my little video of mine. So, hey, if you are somewhat entertained by this, hopefully I got my sound fixed a little better. I just got to make sure not to turn my head too much or back up too much. I'm sorry, I'm still learning, folks. I'm a slow learner. What can I say? So hopefully my sound is a little bit better. But anyway, enough about that. So if you're entertained by this, hey, click that thumbs up button. Also leave a comment. What did you think about this week's Dynamite? That took place at the, hold on a second, where was it? Liberty First Credit Union in Omaha, Nebraska. What'd you think about it? Is this getting you excited for Dynasty coming up in what, a couple weeks now? April 6th? So yeah, leave a comment about that. Also, if you're not a subscriber yet, be a champ and click on that subscribe button. It'll be greatly appreciated. All right, now with that BS out of the way, let's get right to it. Yes, we had some snow in Nebraska, and it was actually cold here in Georgia today as well. Anyway, enough about that. So yeah, apparently John Moxley had to drive 10 hours to get to the show, so kudos for him for doing that. But other than that, let's get to the show. First match of the night was Orange Cassidy, Mike Speedball Bailey, Mark Davis, and Ricochet in a fatal four-way to determine who will face Kenny Omega at Dynasty for that precious International Championship. Pretty decent four-way match from the get-go. Little sidestep since Davis on the outside. Ricochet played like he was going like, okay, guys, come on, let's uh, be friends, scientific, but gave Cassie a forearm. But he got sent to the outside to take a powder as well. Orange Cassidy and the newcomer Mike Speedball Bailey, they went at it. Of course, Orange Cassidy got his little shenanigans in there. Uh, Davis looked good in this match. He's a new toy now, so they're actually going to push him for a little bit from what I can see. So the ending came where Bailey hit a thrust kick and a backslide onto Davis. Ricochet poked himself in there and kind of cradled him up. I think they call it stack roll, and with his feet on ropes. Referee counted three, but he seen Speedball had a pinning combination. Ricochet had a pinning combination. So what can he do? We're going to have a three-way now for the International Championship come Dynasty. So it'll be Mike Speedball Bailey, Ricochet, and the champion Kenny Omega in that match. All right, next up we had a match for the TBS Championship. The champion, Mercedes Moné, your CEO, taking on Billy Starks. Apparently, 19, not even 20 years old, and she's already had 500 matches. That's I guess pretty good, these days. But Starks had the early advantage, of course. Then Monet hit the backcracker, and she basically controlled the rest of the match. Starks did make a comeback, got a 2 count after an electric chair slam. Monet, being the cagey veteran that she is, put her foot on a rope. Uh, Starks missed the senton. Bailey rolled her up in the crucifix for a 2 count, but again, Monet, being the veteran, rolled that into a bank statement, and Billy Starks tapped out. And that was the end of that one. This brings us already to the main event. Just kidding. Uh, I have no idea why this was the third match of the night. But basically, I would have thrown it in the main event, but like I said, I don't control these things, so I have no idea why this match was put on this early. It is the street fight for the AEW World Championship. The champion John Moxley going against Copeland or Adam Cope or whatever. Cope. And of course, it's a street fight, and Cope didn't wait for them to get in the building. He went ahead and attacked Moxley. John did come back using furniture to work on the back and neck. Moxley was going for a top rope move, but Cope threw a chair at him. And of course, this starts to bring everybody out. Uh, at one at one point, we had Mott's covered. Before that, we had, of course, the rest of the Death Riders. They came out, attacked Cope. That brung out FTR. They came in. Maria Shriver jumped in as well, trying to make a save. Willow Nightingale wound up uh, countering that. Um, then Nick Wayne hit the Wayne Swirl on Cope. Mox locked in the Bulldog choke for the win. But the big story of that match, if you see right there, it was Spike there. Yes, Spike was introduced. He hit Mox a couple times, then hit a suplex on Moxley onto Spike, and that's why he's got that big old stick stuck in his back, real nails and everything. And if you did watch the show, you know how gruesome it looked for them to put it out. But so yeah, so now at Dynasty it's going to be John Moxley against Swerve Strickland. At the end of the match, FTR was in there, and Cope was looking for a hand, but Dax Harwood was like, nah, not today, buddy. He took a powder. Cash Wheeler's like, hey man, what's your deal? And he brushed him off and ran to the back, and Cash came back in, helped Cope up. Then Cash went to the back, I guess, to see what the hell's going on. All right, next up we got Will Ospreay against AR Fox. Pretty much know who's going to win this one. AR Fox trying to make it seem competitive, but bunch of high flying flip flop kicks, thigh slap kicks, but Ospreay would get the win after the hidden blade. And of course, he's looking at that. He's not looking at Dynasty. He's looking at All In Texas. That's where he's calling his shot. He says he's going to win the Owen Hart Classic to win that number one contendership and the pride of being the champion of the Owen Hart Classic. Another person that popped this name in there is the drugstore cowboy Adam Page. He said he's going to throw his name into that tournament as well, and I think MJF did as well. So looks like this year's Owen Hart Classic is going to be a star-studded affair. So we'll definitely check that out. And of course, here comes the main event, the one everybody stayed and waited for all night long. It is Chris Statlander against Mega Bane. Back and forth stuff. Bane stagger stat with a German suplex. Then rocked her with a second suplex. Then she connected with tope to a Sita. After that, planted Chris with a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Bane threw Chris into Tony Storm. Bane drove Chris down with a face descent. I guess that's what they calling her finisher maneuvers instead of the F5. Hey, I can dig it. Back inside, Bane would finish off Chris Statlander with the face descent to pick up the win. And of course, Tony Storm, she did not like having Statlander thrown into her, so she taped the fist up, and they went ahead, started throwing a fist. Tony Storm got the best of that. Said, "Hey, we see you at Dynasty." For Chris Statlander, that's all I gotta say. Thought she could have been one of the major female stars, but looks like they're taking her down a notch. Don't know why, but it is what it is. Anyway, I know it sounds pretty quickly, because I got a Spot Show live stream to set up. So check me out 8 p.m. to watch my live stream, and we'll just shoot the breeze about wrestling. Till next time, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time again.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Thank you for checking out our P2 Vision. Subscribe to our P2 Vision to watch Ronald Ray's content that covers the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. His weekly content starts off with Wrestling Trivia Tuesday. Every Tuesday, Ronald Ray asks 5 questions about the sport of professional wrestling. So tune in and have some fun. Then it's WWE Monday Night Raw recaps, where he recaps all the action from the Raw brand. Ronald Ray also does an AEW Dynamite recap show where he recaps and has fun doing it. Do you like live streams? Well, join Ronald Ray live on Spot Show Livestream, where he discusses current wrestling. Join the chat and have fun. Spot Show Livestream is on Thursday nights starting at 8 p.m. If current pro wrestling isn't your thing, like all wrestling past and present, or you're a new fan and want to hear how things were back in the day, then tune in to Wrestling Gold Friday night, where Ronald Ray discusses back in the day when wrestling was wrestling, featuring watch-alongs. That's Wrestling Gold Friday night on Fridays starting at 8 p.m.